Ready? And we lit. All right, all right, all right.
What's
Hey,
good?
it's
What's
your boy
good?
Crimson Red,
YK Sam.
and this is the Red Pill Post. One more again,
Is
back
it?
at you on Movie
Is it?
Monday, man.
There we go.
Actually,
Red Pill
no,
Post.
no, it's actually technically Tuesday, but
Hey,
it's still
too
Movie
tired.
Monday though.
Too tired for you to be doing that.
It's still Movie Monday. So this is what I'm trying to told y'all. John Wick, yo.
Today we'll be discussing John Wick.
How'd you feel about John Wick, yo?
Um, First of all, I like to say that you can fuck a nigga bitch. You can beat up one of his kids, but don't kill a motherfucker dog.
Don't fuck with a man's dog. You
Do
fuck with his
not.
dog, you violating. That's the ultimate violation.
Or the PS5. One of those two, and you dead it. You seen what happened.
You touch a man's console, that's like reaching for his dick. You can't just.
Hey, that's just.
Yeah, I'm trying to told you,
yo.
And in fact, Hollywood spent like, $250 million trying to show what happens
Yeah.
when you fuck with a man's dog. They spent 4 movies
Yo,
trying to show you what happens. All of this came from.
Buddy dug up the old killer starter kit. He had buried it and put it away.
Bruh.
He dug it up.
One man set the world on fire because they took his dog.
They threw him off a building.
He was peaceful when his wife died.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was mad peaceful when his wife died.
He went to retirement, all that shit.
All that. Lived in a glass house, literally. Then what happened?
Had neighbors.
They
all
stole
that
it.
stuff.
They stole his car, and he fucked that car up 10 times over. But what they should not have done is fuck with that man's dog.
Yeah,
It's my dog.
That was the fucking end.
It was very symbolic. In the hood, come on, man. In the hood, when somebody fuck with your dog, you gotta get backs, right?
That's all Buddy had left.
That's all he had.
For real, man.
That was the only thing on earth that meant something to him. I fucking hated every sequel to that movie. Every last one was just dumb. The original premise,
Hater.
I hate that. You can call it what you want. The original premise, very it was pretty damn original, and it was intense. And yeah, maybe it's a guy thing. When you kill a man's dog, yeah, I want to see every gun in your arsenal. Yeah, I want to spend every gold brick. yeah, that's what I want to see. When you fuck with a man's dog, what was he supposed to do? Cry?
This motherfucker went around the world killing people for that dog.
Around the goddamn world.
Did any of y'all remember the dog's name?
John Wick Jr. or some shit, I don't know.
Right? I mean, y'all don't even remember the dog's name. Just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It was catastrophic.
But the thing is, though, all right, so he went and killed the motherfuckers that killed his dog. And he got them back in part 1. They ain't stand a chance. This is John Wick, the boogeyman, Baba Yaga. But, okay, so in part 2, he goes for the father. Why? Because he won't be able to rest in peace. Now, this is where the end game starts to perplex me. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Pay attention. All right. John Wick did not care for his own life.
Of course not.
No, he didn't care. He cared more about honor,
And the dog.
Definitely his dog. His dog was all he cared about.
Yeah.
When he lost that, he basically just had his honor. That's it, his honor. And so he didn't want to fuck with the wrong people, and he just kind of wanted to, reaffirm who he was. He wanted to remind everybody who he was, because he got back in the game and somebody came back and was like, "Oh, you're back in." He was like, "No. Oh, but I got this coin that says you're back in." Bro, before they killed his dog, he was enjoying retirement.
Yeah, man.
All this came about because of what? Some dumb shit. He killed a Russian.
I don't know. When Buddy gave up his son and told him where his son was, I knew it was serious. I knew it was going to be another movie after that. It was just.
Well, this is the thing. You know, people in this movie did not value their own lives. They valued their money. They valued their reputation. So why did they fight so hard to protect it? Which brings me to the most recent John Wick movie, the one we're actually reviewing.
Before we get there, the whole premise, all those people didn't care about their lives, but they wanted to kill a legend. That's why they kept going after Buddy. You know what I mean? It was like a badge of honor or something like that. And it just kept going. I mean, there was no more peace.
And even if that were true, John Wick also falls into that category. That's why I said he only cared about his dog. He lost that, and he only cared about his honor. If he does not care about his life, why did he not just give it to them?
I'm talking about the bad guys here.
I'm talking about everybody. Everybody.
But I think it was like a badge of honor, and that's why they kept going after him. If you seen that movie, Good News Warriors, the Warriors, it was the Warriors, right? And they kept doing scenes like, the dispatcher was telling them where he was and stuff like that.
Right. They stole that directly from Warriors.
Directly from the Warriors.
So that leads me to the John Wick 4. He just did not care about his life. What was he fighting for? Oh, I want to be free. Well then, okay, this is the thing. In part 3, the man cut off his own finger to get out of the game. Then what did he do? Get right back in the game. They never explained that, bro. They never explained why he went and broke the rules to sucker him back in the game he just paid a finger to get out of.
It was vengeance at that point, man.
Bruh.
It was vengeance at that point.
Here's the thing. The John Wick 4 showed us that it's like Hydra. You cut off one head, it's going to be replaced. And his whole thing was, I'm going to kill them all. No, you can't, bro. There's too many of them.
Hey, he tried, though. He tried. Valiant effort, man. Valiant effort.
Yeah, he tried and he failed.
Yeah.
John Wick dies at the end, by the way. Another thing, right? He's in Tokyo. He's in Japan. He has a warrior friend that owns a hotel just like his friend in New York. What's up with all these people who would die for you that we did not see or hear of in the first 3 movies?
It's part of the lore. You gotta accept that, man. It's part of the lore. Hey,
no, I don't have to accept it. That's what I'm a movie reviewer. I don't have to accept shit. It's bad writing. That's what it is. I don't have to accept it. It's bad writing.
R.I.P. Lance Riddick.
You do not get to say, my old friend, that you die for me. Just, neglected to mention you in the first 3 fucking movies.
Yeah.
And you're an old friend.
They were there in the shadows.
Never mentioned. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. The guy that killed him, oh yeah, I'm gonna help you, John Wick. At the end, I'm a blind man, but I'm gonna fight for you so that we can do this honorably. John Wick has been fighting for his life for 3 fucking movies. Where have you been? Where the fuck have you been, old friend?
In the shadows.
Nah, fuck that shit.
In the shadows. Dog was in the
shadows. You can't explain this shit away. It's bad writing. There's rules to sequels. Okay? Continuity. Canon, man. You can't just say, hey, by the way, here's a new lifelong friend. No. You don't get to... This guy, he was a blind man. Gave his eyes for the cause. They asked, why did they take your eyes? He said, no, they didn't take them. I gave them to him. That was a sacrifice so that they could leave his thing alone. This is how close him and John Wick were. John Wick was directly involved in the sacrifice of this man's own eyes. And what happened? 3 movies went by. Mind you, they spanned, 10 years? First John Wick came out, I think it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was a minute.
And this guy is traveling around the world killing countless motherfuckers and just neglected to mention.
Yeah, in between movies. They had
Neglected to mention, period.
in between movies.
There's no such thing as in between movies, bro. There's no such thing. You have movies and then you have the next movie. There's no in between.
Yeah, in between movies.
Yeah, right.
Watch one of these motherfuckers come out with a prequel, another fucking prequel.
That would be great. That would be great. Here's the thing. Prequels are awesome. Prequels are awesome because they explain a lot of what was missed. It does not excuse the other movies from being sucky. It just makes the prequel good. It explains why the other movies sucked. You can't go back and say, oh, well, the prequel explained this, so now I like the movie. No, the movie sucked. The movie should be self-explanatory.
John Wick 1.2.
Movies should be self-contained. You get that? The Matrix pulled it off perfectly. What happened? They had a Matrix 2.1. It explained that when they were saying, "Hey, we got a message from somewhere," or something, you never took the time to question the actions of the message. They did that in Star Wars, the original Star Wars, when they were like, "Hey, we got these schematics for the Death Star, and now we're gonna kill the Death Star."
Yeah,
that happened.
That was pretty good.
That happened 20 years apart. 30 years apart before they explained how they actually got the schematics. 30 years. We never even thought to question it. As intense of a movie critic and buff as I am, never crossed my mind. How the fuck did they get those schematics? Why? Because the movie was awesome. That's why.
John Wick gave it to him. If it didn't come from a traitor, then what?
Another thing I hate about this fucking movie, I'm so sick of the unkillable white boy. There's too many movies. If it's not Keanu Reeves, it's Harrison Ford. If it's not Harrison Ford, it's Vin fucking Diesel. If it's not Vin fucking Diesel, it's some other, white boy that just cannot, for some reason, be fucking killed. Look, let me tell you something. I live in and I'm from the hood. All right. it's so guns are so powerful. They're so very powerful, yo. If a nigga with no training, who's only handled a weapon for 2 times in his life, once you're dead, you're dying. You're gonna die. If he wants you dead, you're gonna fucking die. So tell me why thousands of world-class assassins could not take out one man.
Because John Wick was the best. No,
he's the best at killing. He shouldn't be that good at surviving.
Yeah, he's a survivor and a killer.
He should not be that good at surviving. I could have killed John Wick.
He was.
Anybody who camps in any war video game, Call of Duty especially, so camping is the bane of in the heroic of every situation. The camper will always save your ass. We hate campers and we love campers. We need campers. Why were there no campers in John Wick? Why was there no snipers sitting there waiting to take a fucking headshot?
Good point.
They knew where he was. He was on a fucking rooftop in Japan. A rooftop, bro. Send Deadpool to kill him. Deadpool, if you're listening, please fourth wall this asshole and go and kill that movie. Please. Were his shoes bulletproof?
Actually, they were.
Were they?
Yeah.
You sure?
He had a whole bulletproof suit.
No, the suit, I understood. They explained that. But the shoes.
Hey, he really wanted this motherfucker dead.
No, what I wanted was a movie with no plot holes.
Oh, my goodness.
World-class assassin should know to shoot him in the socks. You know his suit is bulletproof. Shoot him in the ankles. I've never killed anyone in my life. Scout's honor. But if I wanted a motherfucker dead, get his affairs in order. You're not going to survive. Why was he the only competent assassin? That's what I want to know. These are world-class. They get paid in gold coins, bro. They're world-class assassins. He was the best. He wasn't even the boss. He wasn't even a fucking supervisor in his world. He was a worker bee.
He was retired.
When he wasn't, he was a worker bee. He never gained any status. You mean to tell me a world of motherfuckers where he was the bottom man on the totem pole and nobody was good enough to shoot this nigga in the ankles? There's no assassins who use poison darts. Black Widow would have poisoned this soup. Black Widow would have put on that poison lipstick or some shit. Not that he would have went for that, but why is guns the only way to kill somebody who you want dead when you are a millionaire world-class assassin? Writers, you have failed us. Let's find out who these writers were that failed us. It's such a horrific manner.
There's Movie Mondays, huh?
Oh, you wanted a movie review? Y'all wanted the review? This is my review. You know, I don't miss shit. How do you spell Wick?
R.I.P. Last Reddit. Silence for my game players out there.
Oh my God. Shay Hatton. You thoroughly disappointed me and your peers and your fans if you had any. This is your fault. Chad Stahelski definitely sounds like a name that you would find in the closing credits. I don't know who you are, but I hope I never see your name again. You fucked up. John Wick could have been great, and you fucked it up. Okay, now let's talk about the sucky-ass choreography. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, world-class assassins do not waste recovery time. Ain't no, Okay, let me wait. Wait till you get finished fighting him. Okay, now I'll jump in. You hit me again. Okay. All right, now you're fighting him. Now, mind you, there's 6 of us, but we're all going to wait and let you fight us one at a time. Instead of fucking jumping your ass. I've been jumped. I know how to fight. I hate doing it and can't even remember the last time I really had to. I can't remember the last time I had to. I worked as a bouncer. Jesus. However, if I get jumped, I have no expectations that I'm going to just leave out of it unscathed. If it only takes one person to know what they're doing for the rest to follow, grab him, motherfucker. Grab him. Grab him. Take him. You grab him. There's 6 of you. And in John Wick's case, there was 600 of you. Nobody thought, hey, just grab his arms and legs. For some reason, you love this movie. Did you not see these plot holes? You're a filmographer yourself. Did you not see these plot holes?
You know what I'm saying?
I would have been like that too if the movie was good.
Fuck it. I enjoyed John Wick. I thought it was all right. I really it's not too much to hate on for me. I mean, it's a good movie. The whole arc, it ended the way it was supposed to end. You know, he lasted 4 movies. It started because of a dog, and then at the end, you know, when he starts seeing his wife, you know he's about to die, because that's, you know, going back to what he originally cared about. But all the in-between stuff, I just enjoyed it. It was a movie. I think they're going to pass the torch. This was more of a passing of the torch movie, the 4th one. But
didn't he get another dog at the end of part 1? Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
Remember what happened to him?
I believe so.
Remember what happened to that dog?
No, I don't.
Me either. Okay. You failed us.
I don't even remember the first.
You failed us, Chad Stahelski and Shay Hatton. Excuse me. Chad was the producer. Okay, so that means he hired Shay Hatton. Chad, do better. Do fucking better. I spent money on that movie. First off, I want it back. And if you can manage, I'd like my 2.5 hours back too.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
You owe me at least that much.
Getting time back.
No way a world of world-class assassins. World-class. This was not paying some brother 50 racks in the hood to go shoot up somebody's house.
Maybe they faked it till they made it. You know, fake it till you
the
make
fact
it.
Anytime, no, listen. Anytime an explanation starts with maybe, it's bad. It's automatically bad.
Okay, then they did. They faked it till they made it. That's the only explanation.
Where did you see that part?
In between movies.
Oh,
but,
which
no. You're exactly my point. You're arguing that nobody got him. Oh, you didn't shoot him in the angles.
Yeah, how come nobody thought of what I thought of?
Because they were not world-class assassins, as I just stated.
Why not?
It because they faked it.
How the fuck do you fake that?
I don't know. That's the only explanation.
Well, they were supposed to be.
That's the only.
They were supposed to be world-class assassins, and they weren't.
Fake it till you make it. I mean, if they were getting picked off like that, then they weren't world-class assassants.
But they were okay. So they weren't world-class assassins, but their character was. They were supposed to be world-class assassins.
They were faking it, and they were getting picked off by the real one, John Wick. Right?
Where did it say that they were faking it? That's the part I want to. Let's rewind the movie. What part was that where it said, "Oh, by the way, these guys are not the real deal"?
All right, I'm just saying.
You're just saying you don't know because it's sucky writing.
No.
You don't know because there's nothing to know.
I'm just saying, since you keep saying, why didn't they take him out? Why didn't they shoot him in the foot?
There's nothing wrong with not having the answer. I'm saying it's sucky writing.
I'm just saying.
You're saying that there's a lot of possibilities. I'm saying none of those possibilities were explored. Right. Options and possibilities are the same thing.
Plot armor. You guys know what plot armor is.
No, they might not.
Oh, man. Well, I'm not going to explain plot armor and stuff like that.
There's no need. The movie sucks. You shouldn't have to do any of that.
It was an okay movie, man. I truthfully didn't like part 4 that much, but it was an okay movie, you know?
Now, if you want, I can't even defend the choreography. I like guns and I like explosions. I like knife fights and stuff like that. So if my IQ was like 30 points lower, I might enjoy this movie. But just seeing blades and blood is not enough for me.
There's a lot of low-key hate, but okay.
No, that's big high-key hate. I hated the shit. And I'm telling you why. I hated it. Now, I can see if I was like, oh, it's just bullshit. No, I'm giving you actual reasons, the things that were wrong with the movie that should not have been like that. I've seen great action movies. Some of them are fucking awesome. This was not one. I have no reason to hate on Keanu Reeves or the John Wick saga, I have no reason to hate on it. It just sucks. The first one was great. The first one was fantastic. I feel like I really hadn't seen anything like that before. Every sequel after has so much to be desired. It was almost like a cash grab. Like, hey, we suckered them in. Now let's just throw a bunch of bullshit at them. And the thing is, we're filmographers. We've actually, I've done scripts. He's done camera work. We actually know this stuff. So the layman eyes might just see it as just, hey, it's an action movie. I don't need to expect anything. But that they leave themselves at the mercy of critics. And critics are going to point out the shit that should not have to be explained. It's like a joke. You don't tell a joke and then nobody laughs. So you say, okay, well, this is supposed to be like that and that's supposed to be like that. And no, that's not going to make it funny. If you got to explain it, it sucks. A movie should be self-contained and self-explanatory. That's just how it works. I've seen fantastic movies. This just wasn't one.
Oh, boy.
What else did you like about it?
I just enjoyed it. It was a smooth movie. I mean, the fight scenes. You didn't like the choreography, but I liked the situations in the movie. Like towards the end, for instance, when they were fighting up the staircase, he got halfway there, he fell back down. I thought that was a cool
was
scene.
Funny as fuck. And one accolade I can give the movie is the cinematography. It had awesome cinematography. The scenery, I love the neon lights. I loved how everything took place at night, and it was just like something like you could freeze frame it and hang it in your living room. It was just that stuff was awesome. It was incredible. I mean, they made so much money off the rubes.
And then speaking of plots, at the end when the guy Arrogance actually gets him killed. So, I mean, I thought that was cool, too. He's like, you idiot. You guys did watch this, all right? So, you know what I'm saying? For spoilers. It's like, you idiot.
Spoiler alert, y'all.
We already told y'all. But I thought that was fucking excellent. Like, the guy rushes in and try to take over and get the final shot and stuff like that. And the blind guy,
Yeah, a blind guy and a fucking in a
y'all can tell he loved that shit, right?
A blind man in a fucking duel, a pistol duel.
Yeah, man. Hey,
a blind guy.
It's fucking Hollywood, man. Don't let all the magic go. Like, goddamn.
No, magic is only good when it's seamless.
Oh man,
Jesus
this
Christ!
Guy was sitting there like, "Die, white boy, die!" Like we was watching a movie, just die, white boy, die.
Here's the thing. It's good. It's kind of like Rambo. Rambo took a couple hits, but he's all over the place, and he's actually, he has a reason why they can't kill him. He's specially trained. You saw what they said in the first one. Like he's learned to survive by eating shit that would make a Billy goat puke. Yeah, they have real training for that kind of stuff, and otherwise it wouldn't have made sense if they did not explain it within the movie why he's so fucking tough. But you can't be surrounded by 10 guys shooting at you and just survive because you go like this and go, blah, I'm bulletproof now. No, bro, I'm gonna shoot you in your fucking hand. I'm gonna shoot you in your foot. It's gotta be a soft spot. Oh, and then to find out at the end that his shirt wasn't even bulletproof. I always, for these 4 movies, I thought the shirt came with the suit. I thought it was bulletproof. Turns out it ain't. So he's had a vulnerable spot all this time.
Did you read that somewhere or what?
Read what?
For the shirts or whatever being bulletproof. Did you actually go into the...
No, because he went to the tailor for a bulletproof suit, and it always came with a shirt. So I thought the shirt was bulletproof. To me, that was like it just made sense. I need a bulletproof suit. It comes with a blazer, pants, and a shirt. So I thought the shirt was bulletproof. Turns out it ain't. Which makes it even worse. You mean all this time he had a big giant open cavity? Where is your... None of you are sharpshooters? None of you assassins are sharpshooters? Not one. Y'all couldn't get lucky? They didn't even get lucky. What happened to Common?
He fucking killed Common.
He did not. He left a knife in his chest and said, if you move, you'll die. So he just sat there really still. You don't remember that in part 3?
It's left to assume that Common died because we didn't see him in the movie.
Yeah, maybe he died, I guess.
I also liked, it was really surprising to see that fat dude move like that. I was expecting Fat Boy to just get beat to death.
Oh, right.
I was expecting him to just get beat to death. But Buddy was throwing hands, man, and kicks, and I'm like, yo, this is pretty live.
Yeah, his fighting I actually enjoyed, but there was one thing that ruined it for me, which was that before he started fighting, John Wick slit his damn carotid artery, and he just kind of walked it off. He took the card, if you remember. He took the card and slit his throat and slit his main vein up there.
Maybe it didn't go all the way.
Yeah, maybe.
All the fat,
Yeah, maybe.
All the fat kept him alive.
John Wick is a world-class assassin.
Hey, the fat closed it in blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so him just kind of walking it off didn't work for me. It was like somebody slit your throat. You just kind of...
Yeah, he jumped off the balcony too. That was raw, man.
Yeah, I love seeing John Wick fall out of windows. That's pretty cool. I mean, he gets up without breaking a bone or anything. No, he just walks it off and fall out of 6-story.
Hollywood, yo, Hollywood. Yeah. Hey, I remember when he fell off the building in the second one. Remember, like that, but he should have just, I thought that was the end, but he came back.
Yeah, man. He
came back from that, man.
And all these bad guys always get caught monologuing, man. I want to kill you. I want to kill you so bad, but first let me spit this paragraph.
Yeah, that's oh man, that's centuries old. Everybody uses that.
They didn't do that in Avengers and Age of Ultron. Ultron said, "I'm glad you asked because I wanted to show you my master plan. Get over here." Because they knew. I think Deadpool told them, "Don't get caught monologuing in this movie, guys." Ultron was like, "Yes, sir." Yeah, man. That movie just ruined movies for me.
So, what do you give it overall? What's your overall rating of John Wick?
Oh fuck! We came to the table with no rating system. What is it? Thumbs up, 5 stars, 1 out of 10. What is it?
I don't know. This is not concurrent with the rating system. That's a whole nother show. But
yeah, but we need a rating system for this.
I don't know. 1 out of 10, I give it a 6.
Out of 10, I give it a 2. 2 out of 10.
I give it a 6 because if you want to just waste some time, get away from real life and go in a fantasy world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could choose a movie that's good or a movie that sucks. I prefer a movie that's good. The 2 things that I definitely can say I liked is the cinematography. I thought it was awesome. I really wish I hadn't seen it in that movie. That could have been used for other movies. It was wasted on this one. And I kind of want to say the acting. This isn't Keanu Reeves' best work. He was I don't know if it's a recent thing or what, because he kind of sucked just as bad in the last Matrix.
I think the last Matrix was a disaster.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna shit on a movie, it would be the last Matrix.
Okay, so that we're gonna do that one next Monday.
I'm just.
I gotta watch it again.
I waited years to see that shit, and we got a geriatric Neo. Like there was no moves in there. There was just force
and a
blasts.
one-trick pony. Yeah.
Just force blasts everywhere.
All right. Well, that's for the next week. We're gonna cover that next week.
It was fucking horrible.
So yeah. All right. So we averaged that out to what? A 4, 2, and 6. All right. That averages out to about a 4. Y'all go see the movie if you haven't. Then I want to say I'm sorry for ruining it, but I'm not. I'm not. You're welcome. I saved you.
Hey, if y'all ain't see the movie yet, then don't watch this.
Yeah,
that's the only way to put it.
Just everybody go out and watch the movie so you can see what I'm saying. So hopefully it'll help you enjoy movies a little more not enjoy, but appreciate good cinema when you learn everything that I have to teach you. So our next movie, Evil Dead. What was it called? Evil Dead what?
Rising.
Evil Dead Rising.
Y'all see that?
Bruh.
Slashy.
So we love Evil Dead. It's a cult classic from the early 80s. They've done several sequels, spin-offs, and I think it was about due for them to come back with Evil Dead Rising. I guess we can call it a sequel.
Nah, it's not even a sequel. It's another.
It's like a reboot.
It's a reboot. It's a soft reboot.
Yeah, it's a soft reboot. There's a trend going on in Hollywood about female heroism, which would be a good thing if it were original. They're taking old male characters, and changing them to female characters. So maybe had I never heard of Evil Dead, I wouldn't mind that. It's just that for a reboot, it seemed like it had an agenda. All the men in the movie were useless. 100%. All the men that were in that building, just useless.
This has been going on for a minute. They've been doing this to all the movies. Gender swapping.
Yeah, but this is the one we're talking about. So, yeah, they've been doing that for a while now. But
I think the audience will understand that also.
Yeah.
Well, for a minute.
Yeah. Well, this movie, the reason why it was so obvious is because if you remember, if you were a fan of the original, then you come in expecting Bruce Campbell, or a Bruce Campbell type. The book changed, but the story behind the book didn't change. So I mean, it was the same book. It just looked different. So it was like the same curse, the same, essence, and the same story. But they're like, hey, let's make it a girl this time. Like, why? Not that I'm opposed to it. They just never really explain why.
Reboot.
All right, let's call it a reboot and then say that every single man in the movie was useless, panty waste. The guy in the cabin, useless. The men in the building, useless. Everybody's boyfriend, husband, brother, every man in that movie was useless. There was one guy who actually kind of made a difference in the movie. Actually, wasn't a guy, and that was the role played by. Hold on, bear with me. Why is this like this? Evil Dead Rising.
So yeah, all the men were sacrifices, and I am a fanatic of the Evil Dead series, but I really didn't enjoy this one at all. I'm not gonna lie. It was made in Ireland, a totally new director. They actually paid homage.
They paid the Amish?
Yeah.
Never in history has Amish been paid before.
They paid them too, but they paid homage to Ash. There was a certain scene that was made to look like a scene from the original movie.
What was that?
It was pretty cool.
What scene was that?
There was the scene where she gets the chainsaw towards the end, and she starts to chainsaw him, and
yeah.
Ash actually loses his mind, and he has this glare on his face, and he's like, ah. So they mimicked that particular scene.
Yeah, I do remember that. Remember, these are a lot of spoiler alerts. If you are a fan of the horror genre, you definitely want to check this movie out. Yeah, I think that the remnants of the movie that alluded to the original were awesome. Those parts that they kept from the original, I think, were really decent. If you combine that with the new age technology and all the gore and special effects that we have now, I think all of that really made the movie better. However, it wasn't scary.
I didn't really like it, period. The only part I really liked was when the demon first got homegirl in the elevator. It fucked her shit up. It twisted that bitch. You knew she was going. There was a part where actually expected her to come back, maybe, like an exorcism or something like that. But nah, homegirl was gone. It fucked her shit up. In the elevator filling with blood, I thought that was pretty cool too. But the rest of the movie was just, I don't even know what to say, man. Like, really.
What didn't you like about it?
What, about the movie?
Yeah.
The same thing you were saying. I mean, the guys were useless. I didn't mind too much about the female being a hero and stuff like that, but it was something off about it, and then the guy reading the book, like, wouldn't you be scared to death? Like, I expected when he played the record and stuff like that, I don't know, I expected it to happen different for the demon to enter the world and stuff like that. But
one thing that I definitely have a problem with in horror movies, I guess this will never stop, is the whole let's split up. If there's 5 people in the house and they're my family, me and 4 other people, and we turn our heads and turn back and one of us is possessed, we ain't turning our heads no more. I'm not leaving.
Black people now, like, black people just gonna run.
I'm not even talking about black people or anybody. There's no specific demographic for this. This is a one-off pattern. You know what a one-off pattern is? A one-off pattern is something that only needs to happen once, before you recognize it as a pattern. Somebody gets possessed, we're not going to leave anybody else alone ever. No. We're not going to. They left the little girl in the room alone. She gets attacked. They left the mother alone. She gets, not the mother, the aunt alone. She gets attacked. They leave the daughter alone. She gets attacked. They leave the son alone. She gets attacked. Why are you keep leaving people alone? There's no one there to help them. I hate that in horror movies. The whole, okay, you go this way and I'll go that way and we'll just hope to outrun the demons or whatever, everything. That part to me is like the worst. In anything that happens that's scary. You do understand, like he read the book. He played the record. He knows these are spirits and demons. You can't outrun them. And if you need help, don't you want somebody in the room with you to help? I'm in a security field. I know that you can't have anybody working alone. You need a partner. You partner your people up so that if something happens to the one, the other is there to help, or at least to witness and tell the story if something bad happens. You don't just say, okay, well, let's split up. And yeah, I'm sick of that in horror movies. It's played, and especially I am from the top of the ADD generation, where we see things too fast and we learn too fast. So seeing this happen over and over and over and over, people keep screaming out to the screen the same thing over and over. Don't go in that room. Don't split up. Over and over for the past 50 years, we've been screaming the same thing. I'm tired of that now. Probably because I'm old. I'm old and I've seen thousands of movies. So yeah, that element of it just. But I like the dark feel of it. I like the some of the. I think some of the scarier parts were pretty original. It was gory as fuck. Yeah, it was very gory. Didn't appreciate the transgender agenda. The son was actually played by a transgender. And look, man, I already explained to everybody that I am an ally. It's just that there's some things like in Hollywood when they're casting for a boy that don't. If I was like a boy going for auditioning for that, and a girl beat me out, I'd be pissed. I'd be the fuck pissed. This is not a boy. This is somebody who is not a boy. I'm an actual boy. I should be able to get the role. Like, no way this person that's newly a boy, this person that has been a boy for 3 years is better at portraying somebody who's actually been a boy for the allotted amount of time that you're looking for that age. So I clocked it right away. I guess not everybody noticed. It's not going to be that noticeable for somebody playing for a girl to play a 15-year-old boy, or a transgender to play a 15-year-old boy. Voice ain't changed yet. No facial hair or nothing. There's really not much to
I
to
also
fill in.
think that I mean, it's hard to shoot a movie in one location. They're using plot in this room or plot in that room, and in the living room, in the bathroom. I've read a lot of scripts from different directors and watched testimonials, and them talking about their films and stuff like that. It really is hard to shoot a movie like that in one location, but that's what they did with the original, and the original was better. I mean, to me, this really sucked for one location. I mean, they stretched it out to the elevator, and then back to the actual apartment. But I don't know, the original was just better. And then they did the cutscene where the movie started off and they were out in the cabin in the woods and stuff like that. Maybe it'll extend to another movie, but the original was just better to me. I really. It's not much to say about this one, man. I went on a date. I took a date to see this.
That's why you didn't like it.
I got double duped.
Oh, wow.
I got double duped, man. But yeah, the original was just better, man. And I mean, some of the scenes were cool. The situations were cool. If you're a fanatic like me, you know, the Kandarian demon. And then there were rumors of Bruce Campbell being in the movie. So I'm like looking around every corner, every scene. And for whatever reason, I missed it. It was actually his voice.
His voice on the record, yeah.
I'm like, why didn't I pick that up, man? Why didn't I pick that up? But I'm looking for him through the whole movie. But
well, it didn't really sound like him. He had to put on like it was his acting voice. I don't think it was supposed to sound like him. But you know, as an homage, he's Ash is like the shit when it comes to the Evil Dead universe.
The Kandarian demons.
What did you think about the new look for the book?
And I like the old one, man.
With the face on it?
Yeah.
That was made out of human flesh.
I want one of those in real life, man. You can order them online. I'm about to get one, man.
Yeah.
Put it in glass like a scorpion mask and just put lights under it. You know what I mean? And just have it sitting there in a special room and be like, hey, come in. You know, invite in guests to see it, have the book like in the center of the room with candles around it and shit. What? Yeah. Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And I'll be like this.
Your therapist has failed you.
This
It's crazy.
is the book here.
Yeah.
The Necronomicon.
Necronomicon, yo. I like the original book because it had the face on it, and the whole thing was that it was just made out of human flesh.
Yeah,
which
it used to talk too.
Yeah, the original was just scary. This one it was dramatic, but it wasn't scary at all. I don't even think it had any jump scares. Did it? Oh, can't remember, man.
Not memorable ones.
Yeah.
I will say this also. They what's the female actress's name? But they picked the right person. The way she contoured her body and stuff like that. Just that chick
Alyssa
right
Sutherland.
Yes.
Good job, Alyssa Sutherland.
Perfect candidate to be a Deadite.
And it was her face on the cover, the smiling face behind the bathtub.
Yeah, that was pretty convincing.
I believe her acting out of all of this is what really saved the movie. Her acting in the woman that played her sister, Lily Sullivan. Their acting was really what did it for me.
Really, the best part of the movie, the best part of any Evil Dead. How did these motherfuckers come up with these phrases? The writers that are writing these phrases.
I swallow your soul. I swallow your soul. I swallow your soul.
Like, hey, want to get a bite to eat? So you know the crazy stuff they say, man. Those are like the best parts of the movie, really.
Another thing that I'm starting to like about horror movies is that Hollywood is getting comfortable with killing kids, yo. I like it.
I agree with that.
I like it. Them motherfuckers got to get theirs too, man. Fuck them little motherfuckers.
Kids and women.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, kill them, yo. And there's some child death.
And equal lefts.
There's some child deaths in this movie. Prepare yourself.
Yeah.
Because
anybody can get it. So
anybody should be able to get it. That's just how it rocks, man.
That I fully agree with in movies.
Yeah.
Like, anybody should be able to get it. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest with you, for me, it just makes it more realistic. It's realistic. If a demon comes into your house, it's not going to skip over the kids.
Or the women and go straight for the man.
Right.
But
yeah. So that was I liked it. What would you rate it?
I give it a 4.
You give it a 4? I'll give it a 7.
Hey.
I'll give it a 7 for its genre. For the horror genre, I think this was a 7 movie.
Yeah.
What would be a 10 in the horror genre for you? Mine would be The Thing.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite movies. I can't even call that horror. That movie to me was just perfect. I definitely give The Thing a 10 because practical effects will always outweigh CGI because I'm a CGI artist also, but they'll always be better.
It was the sound effects for me. Those voices, the way they did the stereo voices where you could actually hear the different demon sounds coming from either side. It actually sounds like a demon is talking. It's not like one mono person. You can hear the stereo, and the creature is yelling and all of this stuff, and it just sounds. It's something that you don't want to dream about.
Yeah, John Carpenter, man, that's a big upstart. That's
Yeah.
still one of my favorite movies, man. Next to what else? What else? I mean, I've watched so many horror movies, man, but that one right there, that one right there.
So, if there are,
I liked It 1 and 2. Those are really good.
hey, what's going on, Rated R Miami? Thanks for tuning in, yo.
Rated R in the fucking house.
Yeah, if there are any movies that you want us to review with you, just let us know, yo. Let us know in the comments. Just because another thing is, just because we are live right now, don't think you can't go back and watch these videos. You can always go back and watch them. You can comment on them, add whatever you want to them. We do read them. So
Share these things.
yeah. So every Monday, because we are movie buffs, I'm a movie buff. Like, I get into it. So
Me, not so much.
I look into every single aspect of the movie, from the directing to the script writing, the choreography, the cinematography, the editing. You know, the first time I went to go see
I gotta really like it to do all that shit.
me too. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say that going into all that stuff will determine whether I like it or not. But the first time I went to go see The Way of the Gun in the movie,
that was a great fucking movie.
there were editing mistakes, like
That was a
like the
great
boom
fucking
mic
movie.
falling into the scene. I was like, what the fuck? I thought I was being punked. I'm looking around like, what? Why is there a boom mic? It almost bust not Antonio Banderas, Benicio del Toro on the head. Yeah, craziness, and that was in the theater, bro. So yeah, I look for I look for what makes a movie good, what makes a movie bad. There are some movies that are so terrible that they are good. They're watchable. There's movies that are so terrible that I can watch them over and over again, just because it's either satire or because the mistakes are unprecedented. Like, you'll never see these.
Yeah, the satire movies are pretty good. Like the last Texas Chainsaw Man.
Oh, bro, we will review that not next week, but we will make time to review that.
I was so happy with that ending.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Don't give it away yet, because we got to talk about that one. Yeah. So yeah, whatever movies y'all want us to review, yeah, we seen them all. So yeah, we get into it with y'all. Tell us what you like about it, what you don't like about it. Tell us what you want us to watch. Give us your scale, and tell us like, what do you think a rating system should be based on? We came in here completely like unprepared.
Rated R. What was your favorite horror movie? What movie you like? You still there?
I don't know. So yeah, just drop it in the comments when y'all get to it.
Leave it in the comments, man.
All right,
We're gonna mess with it.
and that's gonna do it for tonight.
Yeah, let's wrap this up, man.
Yeah, I'm Crimson Red,
And why can't motherfuckers sing?
and this is Movie Mondays with Red Pill Post.
Word up.
See you every single Monday, and Monday through Thursday at midnight is when we come to y'all live. We're gonna start dropping those. We're gonna start dropping those edits too. Just gotta give us a little bit of time. You know, things take time. This time we was having microphone issues, so we started a little bit late. But it's all good. I didn't expect any of y'all black folks to be in here on time. No how. CP time, yo.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Deuces and dogs.